Hey everyone, it's Rsleafy here, and I've got another mod review for you. Today, it's the virus mod, and it's a mod I created, so, I shouldn't get anything wrong. Anyway, the main idea is to make the game harder. You have this corruption, which isn't normally like this. I'm trying to control it, but it's not working that well. You have corruption, and it has two ways of naturally spawning in your world. One way is with the corrupt pumpkin, and these will just be randomly generated around the world, and they'll just spread the corruption like this. Not this much, don't worry though. And then the other is you have a 10% chance of every type of mob dropping it when you kill it. So the block under it turns into a corrupted block. Now here are all the corrupted blocks: grass, dirt, stone, sand, all the wood, soul sand, netherrack, and glowstone. Now you might notice if I walk on here, I walk really slow. That's because it's kind of a buff. And when aggressive mobs walk on this, they get their speed enhanced. Now, as you can kind of see, it's kind of out of control. What you can do to combat the virus is you can make one of 5 notch weapons. I guess you could call them. Not really weapons, but when you use them, this is the blaze of notch. Boom. You clear out the infected land, and you can just, start running around and clearing them out. So it's easy to combat if you have the right tools. Now, to get one of these, you have to find a Temple of Notch, and there's one over there also, and over there. They're not that common, but you find one of these, and there's 7 different inner layouts. The outside looks the same, but there's 7 inside that are different. And all of them but one, and I call that troll, use your own imagination of why, have this block in it. And this is the holy ingot block, or I guess you could say. And when you mine it, you get one of these. And using that ingot and diamond, iron, gold, or flint, wherever the flint is, in a nice crafting bench, you can make one of these. And it's easy. You make it like that, and then that's the spark, and that's the blaze, that's the ember, and whoops, the other one is the flame of notch. And they each kind of have their own differences. The flint one only clears a 1 by 1 square of the virus, which is, I don't know why anyone would clear the virus using that, but it's there. And I use it, boom, only 1 square of virus is gone. Now, in the Ember of Notch, you have a 3 by 3 by 3 square. And if you dig down here, it's, a 3 by 3 by 3 square. Except for that one that just got corrupted. And as you can see, it goes down also. And then the Flame of Notch does a 5 by 5 square. And then the Blaze of Notch does a 6 by 6 square. So, it's the Blaze of Notch is really good. But what you really want to do is get yourself an Inferno of Notch. Now, I'm not actually going to use this baby because it does induce some lag, but a 200 by 200 by the world height block. So, when you use it, well, I wouldn't say 200 by 200. When you use it, 200 blocks in that direction, 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 and it goes down to bedrock and up to the world height limit. So, as you can, as you might guess, it causes some lag, but it can pretty much clear out this whole area of virus, and you don't have to worry about it at all. Now, once the virus spreads, the mobs get infected also. So you have these eggs in creative, in case you want to check them out without having to, play the game for a while. But you have the zombie, skeleton, spider, enderman, and creeper, and pigman. Now there is actually benefits of killing corrupted mobs and letting the corruption spread all over your world. You have these corrupted drops. Now if you take a corrupt nugget, a bone, and a regular feather, you can make corrupt arrows. Now of course, with corrupt arrows you have to have a corrupt bow. So using corrupt string and corrupt bone, you can create this amazing bow. And I don't know how many of you played back in the day, but when Minecraft, before I think it was the adventure update, all you had to do to use a bow is right click and you could hold it and it would automatically fire. So this is the same power as a normal bow, except it fires like this, and it's awesome. I love it. I probably made this just because I wanted it in a mod. Now, the corrupt mobs obviously have to be harder than the regular mobs, so each mob has its attack strength doubled and health doubled, except for the skeleton. The skeleton doesn't have an attack strength, it just uses the bow, so it fires twice as fast. And finally, I am going to show you the corrupt creeper and his new ability. As you can kind of tell, that's a bigger explosion than a normal creeper does. It's actually 5 different explosions, so I'm not exactly sure if it kills you or not, but here's a regular creeper. Barely hits bedrock, blah blah, so boring. But if we get a corrupt creeper, regular creeper, corrupt creeper. And finally, well, second finally, these two things are grouped together as finally. We have corrupt TNT. Now you use this by crafting corrupt sand, by crafting corrupt sand, and you take corrupt nuggets, you take a sand block, which blocks are always up here, what am I saying? And of course you need a crafting table, but you take sand surrounded by corrupt nuggets, and you get corrupt sand. And then you use that corrupt sand along with the corrupt gunpowder, and then just use those two things and make TNT like you normally would. Now, when this lights up, it spawns 5 prime TNTs. So this can get pretty deadly. It's really fun to play with, honestly. And if it's just massive. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more mod reviews and just fun little videos, all things Minecraft. And thanks for watching. Have a nice day.